All right, so I'm going to walk you through how to do your number of the day worksheet. And you are going to be doing one of these using a 2-digit number and then one using a 3-digit number. So I'm going to show you how to do the 3-digit number now, and then I'm going to give you another example of a 2-digit. So I'm going to choose my number. I'd like you to choose one that I have not chosen so that you can show your teacher exactly how you can do it on your own. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my number right up at the top, and I am going to choose the number 116. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to show what we call expanded form. So we're taking this number and we're breaking it up into those place values that we learned last week. So I can tell that the 1 shows me I have 1 hundredths, I have 1 in the tens place, and I have 6 in the ones place. So then what I do is I take these numbers, and I know that 1 hundredths represents 100. I know that 110 represents 10. And I know that 6 ones just represent 6. So altogether, we're at 116. So let's go over and we're going to draw it using our base 10 blocks. So I know I'm going to need 1 hundredths. I know I'm going to need 110, so I'm going to do 1 stick, and then I'm going to do 6 ones. Altogether 116. All right, then I'm going to write it down here using words. Don't forget, in your personal dictionary, there's the correct spelling of all of our number words if you need a little tip on that one. All right, I'm going to go down here and I am going to fill in, starting from the middle because I find that a little bit easier. 1 more than 116 is 117. 10 more is going to be 126. So I'm just looking at that tens and increasing that by 1. 100 more, I'm going to be 216. 1 less than 116 is 115. And 10 less, I'm actually just going to take out that 1 there, and I'm only going to have 106 left over. All right, I'm going to leave this one for you to do all on your own. You guys know how to make a word problem. All right, I'm going to skip that, and I'm actually going to go down here because this is going to help me out when I go to fill in my little square here. Okay, so I'm going to find the number 116, and our hundreds chart actually goes a little bit more, so you're going to be able to find those numbers. Okay, so I'm going to shade that one in, and what I do is I put my 116 right in the middle of my square, and you are going to show me what is going to be 1 above and 1 below if it were on a hundreds chart. And we know that when we move down on a hundreds chart, we're either adding 10 or subtracting 10. So I actually have my answers over here. So 10 more is going to be 126. 10 less is going to be 106. 1 more is going to be 117, and 1 less is 115. So that actually matches right up in here if you took it from the hundreds chart, and then it matches over here. Odd or even. I know that I look at the last digit when I try to figure out whether it's odd or even, and I know that 6s are even, so I know my entire number is even. All right, moving down to the bottom here. Some people call this a number bond. Another way to name it is called a fact family, and that's what we have learned at our school. Okay, so what you're doing is you're taking your 116 and you're matching up 2 different numbers to make equations that go along with it, only using those 3 numbers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to break it up using 100, and I'm going to use 16. So I know that 100 plus 16 equals 116. I know that 16 plus 100 equals 116. I know that I can just turn that around and into a subtraction sentence, and I always start, remember, with our biggest number at the front, and I take one of my other ones from my fact family. I take away 16, and that equals 100. 116, take away 100 equals 16. All right. Now the last section here is ways to make it. So you're actually going to think of 8 different equations to make this number. And I'm going to leave this one totally up to you to do. And I'd like you to be creative. You may use more than 2 numbers. You can use 3 numbers to make your number. All right, there we go. So that's how we do 1 using 3 digits. And I will give you an example of the 2 digits as well.